To quote Jack Buck, I don't believe what I just saw.
I do.
She does. I don't, but it shouldn't be surprising. The Sharks remake NHL history again tonight in Carolina. We will somehow break this down, and I'm going to try not to lose it right now on Teal Town After Dark. Holy hell. Good evening, everyone. Is it good? I really don't know anymore. It's January 27th, 2023. The Sharks somehow lose 5-4 to the Carolina Hurricanes. And it makes it even worse if you're on Team Tank because they got a loser point out of it. Yes. How exciting is that, folks? We welcome you to Teal Town After Dark. This is your live interactive Sharks post-game show. We do this after every show, so trust us, we've been tormented a lot these last 4 seasons. And hey, if you want to be part of the show, here's how you do it. Chat with us and fellow Sharks fans on the page or the app. Of course, follow us on the social, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that social media. Yeah, all that. We have a Discord. You can get on TikTok too if you want to. If you want to support the show, you can Venmo us at Teal Town USA, or you can use the super chat right now. Holy hell. Dana Meyerson. Dana, hi.
Hi.
So, we did a sound check during second intermission.
We did.
And you're doing fancy makeup, which you look great. Awesomeness, of course. Let's probably like the highlight of the night right now, folks. Did you use highlighter? I don't. Anyways,
Of course.
we talked about how okay. Let's hope they score some goals. We didn't mean it like that, Sharks. Come on. Holy hell. In other words, hi Dana, how are you?
Hi. I'm okay.
Oh my god.
Is what is love?
Ah. Okay. So we are here to break down the game. We see wow, the chat really went crazy here.
Oh yeah.
Let's go look at this. Steve Rector, this team is an absolute joke. Ramon Garcia, another game where they get an empty net goal and they still find a way to mess it up. Yeah. WTF, embarrassing. All the staff and Mike need to step down. We just seem to get worse each season now. No, this isn't the case. Ruben, can we at least lose in regulation for F's sakes? Oh, man. Ramon, again, teams don't take. Yes, right, Gary. Team has no heart, no intelligence. This is a culture of losing. Not professional enough. Jerry F., good to see you, buddy. Each loss seems to outdo the previous ones for the most embarrassing loss of the season. That's bang on target,
The
Dana.
most. No. You remember that Chicago game early in the season? That to me, and that in the Oilers game from like a few weeks ago, still far worse than this.
And guess what?
That's my opinion.
They play tomorrow. They could literally say, hold my beer. Okay.
Jim in Florida saying this is only the 9th time in NHL history where a team has scored an empty net goal and lost. I don't buy that.
I believe
that doesn't sound right.
That doesn't
9.
It doesn't seem right. I believe
maybe 9th time the Sharks did it this year. I don't know.
It seems like that, but from what we've gathered before, and this I think went back to 2020. I think it was last year actually. Correct me if I'm wrong, gang. It was either 2020 or 2022 because it was a game in Washington that the Sharks had scored an empty net goal and then found a way to lose. I'm at a loss for words, but we'll recap this one because this one is an epic one of epic ones in my mind, Dana. Carolina, the second best team in the league with points percentage. The Sharks had Vlasic and Gadjevich ill and out. Which means you get Sveshnikov. I'm sorry, Evgeny Sveshnikov. I should explain a little bit better, but not that it matters anything because did we do anything? No, of course not. He returns into the lineup for Nieto. Jacob McDonald makes his debut, rocking number 9. Okay. And in a battle of good defense, good offensive defense, if it makes sense. I think Carolina's defense has the most goals in the league, while Erik Karlsson and the rest of the defense, do other things and such. So, hey, Lindblom got a nice goal. Speaking of Sveshnikov and Lawrence, get things going. Just good. Throw pucks on net, hit it off of somebody, and good things can happen there at least. And unfortunately, Carolina comes back like not even 2.5 minutes later, and it's 1-1 after 1. The second period was kind of meh, which is what we talked about.
Yeah.
But
and Puck, I said it's going to be 5-4. He didn't say the teams.
So I technically should get 14 points. Dan is my witness. It's like, hey, they're going to probably score 3 goals each, and goes into overtime.
Up with the overtimes. We need loser points like we need a hole in the head. Although I will say,
go ahead.
Argument's sake, it is technically better for our tanking efforts that we lose in overtime than win outright.
Yes, of course. If
technically.
I mean, if we're going to win, okay, that makes sense. It's just...
This is my 10th After Dark.
Oh, my God.
1 win.
In other words, for people on Team Tank, they are like, do every show the rest of the way. Oh, man. I just, yeah. Third period, after the controversial penalty where Sturm takes an interference call, Sebastian Aho gets a nice feed from former Shark Stefan Nason to give it a 2-1 lead. But then I liked the resiliency that the Sharks had, though, Dana, in the third period. I mean, that was great to see. You had Bonino getting a nice feed from Asimont, who probably had easily one of his best games in the NHL. And Bonino, his 9th. Way to up your trade value.
That's exactly what I wrote on my Post-it, word for word.
I haven't looked at her Post-it notes, folks, I swear.
Reimer trade value, missing in action. We'll report back.
Yeah. After a Brady Shea tripping call, and by the way, Timo Meier laying out Brady Shea earlier in the game. Nice. Mikey Asimont just throws a puck on net. It goes through. His first goal as a Shark. And all of a sudden we're thinking, Dana, hey, it's 3-2. This is looking good. This is looking good for a rare win.
Against a contender, And the last time they're playing Carolina twice because they're okay. So then this is our second game. But that first game, I remember they lost, right? But they put up a decent fight. So, it's unfortunate both games end that way, but technically still better than winning. Technically.
Yeah.
For tanking purposes. Sorry, I should clarify.
And that made it 3-2. It looked like it was going to be the winning goal. Hey, Mario Ferraro gets like 180-foot empty netter off, and nice job there.
Now just thinking about it just makes me sad. I was so happy in that moment.
Yeah, AC Mont, a goal and 2 assists. With the assist on the empty netter, and it's like 18:08 into the third period, and minute 52. Hey, not a problem. We got this. No, no, you didn't. No, no, you frickin' didn't. Because then 15 seconds later, Carlson is hung out to dry. He gets stuck on a 2-on-1. Aho scores for his second goal of the game. And with the minute 37 to go, Dana, I'm like, no, no, they couldn't do that. And it was January 2020, I believe. Jesse Littlefield, you mentioned that before, so thank you for that. And Jerry F. for the super chat, by the way, thank you very much. Thanks for having this forum for us to vent after an epic implosion losses like this one. But Dana, I mean, we were thinking, oh, all right, we're doing okay. we just have to hold the fort down for just a few more seconds.
And again, prophetic moments. I texted Puck Guy because I was a little bit behind. And I was like, okay, 30 seconds left. I'm wrapping up. I'll be on the call in a moment. Just, 30 seconds left. Oh, unless Carolina scores 2 seconds later.
Literally, she sends the text. She literally sends the text. And then Martin Necas scores the tying goal with 12 seconds left. With 12 seconds left. Oh, this team can't hold a damn lead. Hell, I don't even think they even can hold a Butterfinger at this point. like seriously, this is the 21st blown lead this season, folks. Sorry if I stole another post-it note there, but I mean,
no.
I mean, my goodness. Rob, Jed York is a better owner of Hasselplattner. I don't know if Hasselplattner can control what's happening too much on the ice, but he can actually pay for it. So it's better than some of the owners that are in the NHL too. So let's not get too crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But and then overtime. I was
what overtime?
Yeah. I was still trying to get the tying goal gif up on Teal Town USA on Twitter, and then I turn around and like, no, it didn't.
Like, I just knew Carolina was gonna win. Like, it just didn't feel like, just felt like the Sharks had the wind knocked out of them, and their life force had already exited the building and was on its way home.
It's like, hey, we have the All-Star break. We have the bye week and the All-Star break coming in. Like, oh my goodness. And yeah,
Oh my God. And that's like, Necas is silly. Like, okay, in fairness, like, yes, the man is allowed to celebrate an overtime winner. If I were a Carolina fan, I would love it. But just something about it just made my blood boil. Like, he was just like so like laughing hysterically. And it's, again, if I were a Carolina fan, I would eat it up. But
absolutely,
as the opposing team fan, it was just insult to injury. Yeah. So really, really left a sour taste in everybody's mouth. Which sucks because there were good things the Sharks did that I hope we have the chance to at least mention.
Let's do it right now. Dana, help me out here. You go to town on those Post-its.
I mean, most of it is when I for second period, I wrote one note, boring.
Yeah.
And then under that, regarding intermission, that a period was boring when Brody and Brownie whip out the prop sticks to like just pass a puck around and like. I mean, I rarely like watch those segments, but what are they doing?
Love you, Brody.
Yeah. The first goal in the third period by Aho. Coach, sure. Okay, this is not a positive. Sorry, yeah. I know I promised positives, but like, ooh.
Get the negatives out, and then we'll talk about that. Yeah. No. I gotcha. Yeah, let's if you don't mind, let's pause for that one for a second. That's an unfortunate bounce. Uh,
Okay, yeah,
and
we'll get there. The Asamont goal, long time coming.
yeah,
He definitely has made a splash on this team, and I actually didn't realize he didn't have a goal yet because um, he joined the team when I was like not paying attention for a few weeks when I was traveling, and so when I like started checking the scores again, I'm like, who the hell is Asamont? I've never heard this name in my life, but I kept seeing his name coming up in, after the games, and so when I realized this was his first goal, that made me happy. He looked really happy. It was an awesome goal, one that I'm sure he will not forget. Honor saying giveaway itis gives me life. And I thought Reimer had some good stops. I think it wasn't a great night overall, but it was a lot of very like up and down. Like he would have like a couple really good saves, and I would be like, okay, he's getting his confidence. This is his former team. And then, some would just go by. But to try and shift to the positives, there were some stops of his that I liked. And so I think the fact that the Sharks had a chance was because of some saves he made.
oh,
Um,
Reimer had some fantastic saves. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I was just saying,
oh, no.
Reimer had some great chances to keep them in this game. Yeah, he had some rough luck, but I feel for the guy because he has a chance to be going to a contender at the deadline, and all of a sudden, all these things just fall apart, and it's just like, and then in the end, it's like 31 saves, 36 shots, and it just looks bad for him.
Yeah.
Continue
He
on.
he deserves to go to a contender.
Like seriously, like
Sad.
if Devin Dubnyk can find his way to Colorado in in the shortened season, I mean, come on, people, call up Mike Greer, get for the sake of Reimer's sake, get him out of here, man. I love me some James Reimer. I thought he might have been an all-star goaltender last year. It just didn't work out, and it's like, oh my god. uh, what else you got for us?
Those were all the positives.
Oh, all right. Let's 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 beat the dead horse, or the Simpsons meme. Stop it! He's already dead.
We gonna go through everything chronologically, or
However you like it, but you know, it's just and seeing some of the comments on Twitter, and I think AJ kind of puts it in from what I've seen. I'm so tired of the Sharks picking up charity points. The Sharks would be at the absolute bottom without leading the league in loser points. And I believe it's their, correct me if I'm wrong here, I think it's their 11th loser point of the season.
does that lead the league?
Oh, I would have to think so.
Carolina's like the flip side of the Sharks because they have a lot of points, but a lot of those are also loser points, but in a good way for
Uh,
them.
yeah,
Not going to complain about loser points if you're a contender,
right. I mean,
but not if you're trying to tank.
yeah.
Because it's like it doesn't even speak to your team actually being that much better, especially in cases like this where how long did they last into OT? Felt like a minute. I can't recall exactly, but again, like it just felt like they had given up. Had a few chances in overtime, but
Yeah.
like they were just already too embarrassed to just take it back. You just needed one more goal. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
And it's not like Ranta had an awesome night either, so the
Yeah.
opportunity was there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, as they used to say when we were a contender, the time is nigh. Um, like I'm on the team. God. But I mean, yeah. I mean, Ranta was 26 saves of 29 shots. .897 save percentage. I mean, that's ridiculous. Burnsy didn't even have shots on goal in this game. He played about 20 minutes, had one blocked shot in this one.
20 minutes for Burns walk in the park.
Yeah.
Just
and, and and good on him for having just 20 minutes. I think that's what they've
I
been
know.
doing in Carolina. On the other hand, Erik Karlsson had 2 shots on goal in 20 in nearly 28 minutes. And guess what, folks? They play tomorrow. You know he's going to be playing at least 25 minutes. I can only imagine what the post game is like.
And right on cue, AJ's in with the quotes.
Cool. We've had a season of incredibly disappointing losses. Yeah, we know. We battle back, but up 4-2 with a minute 50 and completely blown coverage on their third goal. Yep. And like I said, Karlsson hung out to dry. Didn't get that, so that just falls apart. Marty T. Thank you, Marty. California is more fun than Vancouver, Bedard.
Agreed.
Oh, man. Kevin Way. I don't think I've seen you in here, so, I get it. How do the Sharks not have a mattress company sponsor for as often as they've defecated the bed? Oh, boy. God.
Okay.
Let's just remind everybody, they did play at the Cow Palace. One time they forgot to cover the ice during the Grand National Rodeo. Need I say more?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of like near the end of October, the first 2 seasons at the Cow Palace for the Sharks. And I think they weren't expecting that much to get through all the hay and other things there. And you can look at some of the replays in those late October games, how, that wasn't pretty. More from David Quinn. Unfortunately, we've got a lot of practice in losing games in this fashion. I thought we played hard and deserved a better fate. You did, but
I feel like they kind of gave up. It was like, oh, they let in that one embarrassing goal, but they still had the lead. They still had 2 more chances to win.
Yeah.
And I feel like they just hung Reimer out to dry. And looking at his save percentage, it's like, again, neither goalie had an awesome night, but there's only one goal, and it was, I think the second one was the only one where I'm like, Reimer probably could have had that. I feel like it was a very defense-heavy game as the game started, and especially the second period, and that just completely crumbled away.
Yeah, I just like. I know we're here to talk about this game, and it's incredibly frustrated. Puck bomb here. Puck bomb kind of interrupting here. Come on. Her bag says, "Yes, I'm a Shark fan, waiting for a win in regulation." Yeah, you'll be waiting a lot, Mom. Thanks. That wasn't prepared at all. I swear, folks. Oh God. Yeah. It just goes to show that this needs to be unacceptable. Looking at the stats, the Sharks have 11 loser points or overtime or shootout losses. There are 3 or 4 teams, including Dallas and Calgary, that have 9. So it's not out of the ordinary.
But they want them.
Yeah,
those are teams that
want
and need loser points.
I mean, if the Sharks, if you were to take away loser points, and I'm doing this on the fly, so forgive me. I know. Don't look at your phone, puck guy. Whatever. If you look at the bottom 5, and you took away their loser points, Columbus would be at 30. Chicago would be at 29. Anaheim would be at 30. Uh, Arizona would be at 32. The Sharks would be at 28. They would be the worst team in the league. They would be the worst team in the league if they just lost in regulation. And honestly, I was looking at the TV. I was like, come on, just do it. Just freaking do it. Let's just get it over and done with. I mean, just
Yeah, at least it didn't go to shootout. Like that's what I was dreading, honestly. I knew they were going to lose, but I figured it would be in just a really like. I mean, I'm trying to find just the tiniest bright sides. It just
let's
got it
here.
over with.
Hey, you know what? Let's give some congrats to Mikey Asimont.
Yes. There you go.
A guy who actually wants to give a damn, and good on him. A goal and 2 assists. I mean, we kind of mentioned it already, but I mean, a good find for a guy who's taking advantage of it. And I mean,
yeah.
But Tomas Hertl, where are you?
On my jersey.
On your.
I don't know where else. Oh wait, there we go. Yeah. No, missing in action. It's.
I mean, Logan.
It's frustrating.
Logan, you've been very defensive minded throughout your whole career. Those little slip ups just get magnified.
Oh no, right, like it is what it is. I don't think nobody's gonna blame him, but it was cringy to watch. Yeah.
That one was, yeah, but between both goals that he was affected by, I mean, it's just a tough part. I saw that Nick Bonino wasn't sure about the face-off, that the puck may not even hit the ice on the final goal. So we'll see. Barracuda are already underway, and hey, it's 1-1 between the Cuda and the Silver Knights in Henderson. Yeah. Yeah, AJ. The only team in NHL history to score an empty net and lose on January 5th, 2020.
Someone please find that, because I'm sorry, I don't buy that this is the only time that's ever happened. For that date, 2020.
Yeah.
So if someone find me where you saw that, and I'll believe it.
No,
but
I'm pretty sure, because I remember. Thank God I didn't have to do that game. It was Landy, and now I do it again. So where do we go from here? Well, we'll be right back here following Sharks in Pittsburgh. Can they get a win? Can they get a regulation loss? Depending on how you look at this way, against Pittsburgh.
Anything but the loser point. Anything. Give Pittsburgh another loser point, maybe.
I'm like Pittsburgh. Where are you in the standings here? Pittsburgh is holding on the final spot. They're clinging on to a 2-point lead against Buffalo. Buffalo, who's interested in.
I would love to see Buffalo in the playoffs. I don't know, will they go far? I don't know, but it would be fun, like. So I feel like it's just been the same teams like a lot of the past couple of years. Like I would love to, maybe, yeah, just. I mean, it'll be cool to see New Jersey.
New Jersey's definitely getting in unless they.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. Definitely. So yeah, my mind is already kind of on the playoffs. I'm not gonna lie, guys, and thinking about like, what teams all. I don't really bet, but. I don't even know if it's technically legal here, but yeah, I think it'll be a good postseason. Obviously, always wish the Sharks were in it, but yeah. Well, hey, the trade deadline is pretty soon.
Yeah.
I don't think there will be that many trades. I think it's going to be pretty boring.
I think so too, unless somebody comes up with an unbelievable deal for Timo Meier.
I think. If not New Jersey, then I don't think he's going anywhere. Honestly,
I just hope it's just something that's unreal, that you have no other choice to do it. But then you're like Jerk has said on the Pucknologist many times before, you're searching for that guy for years. It took them years to find somebody close to being like Owen Nolan. And the team missed Ryan Clough for a few years. It took Timo Meier to develop a little bit.
Yeah, that's a guy you rebuild around. That's a guy who can teach the youngsters. And as much as, I was super happy for selfish reasons that Hurdle stuck around, I think it would have been a done deal a long time ago if we had traded Hurdle and, we're looking to re-sign Meier. That money maybe would have been there more easily. I still think I don't know. I feel like it'll work out in the end only because nobody can trade right now.
Right.
But I don't think there's a way to win a Timo Meier trade, at least not in anywhere near the short or even medium term. I think the only way you could win a Timo Meier trade is if you get a draft pick that just like happens to become a superstar. Yeah. Because teams probably aren't going to give away their actual top prospects. And so, you'll end up with someone with potential, or maybe kind of a first rounder who's a little bit more of a project, or, needs some time. So it's like, yeah, I hope they make it work, because he's a really special player. Yeah. And means a lot to this team, and yeah, it's been great to see him have such a good year this year. It's brought his brought his potential AAV up, but yeah, so we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah. No, it's going to be interesting, and if that happens, it's going to be a very rough night, rough rest of the way for the San Jose Sharks on this one. But they don't have to trade him, so it's it's got to be, like I said, it's got to be something unbelievable to blow my career away in that sense. So. We'll see. We'll go through this all over and over again. But so how many Post-it notes did you have tonight?
Okay, so 4. So that's 35.
35 through.
So that's actually
games.
Halfway.
Yeah.
To 70 was the
over-under.
Over-under.
Yep.
And pretty much everyone took the over. So. We'll see. Y'all didn't know I was sneaking away to Europe for a few weeks.
No, we did.
By the way, I watched a Sharks game at 4 a.m. It was interesting because I couldn't sleep. So
gosh, it
was the one versus Vancouver.
Of course, Vancouver. Yeah. Where did you go, by the way, if you don't mind sharing?
Yeah, a lot of places. So my sister lives in Madrid, so I went there.
Oh, wow.
We went to Barcelona for New Year's, then hopped and a skip and a jump over to Rome for a few days, and then finished off in London. We went to RuPaul's Drag Con UK.
Oh,
highly
nice.
doubt there's anyone else here who follows that. But if so, let me know. Right after this, I'll watch the most recent episode of the current US season. So hopefully that'll be a pick-me-up.
I didn't know that went worldwide, but that's cool.
Oh, yeah. They've got spin-offs in like 10 different countries now.
So I guess we manifested this. Originally, I said it was 1-1, but it's actually 1-0 Henderson. They just scored on the power play. So my apologies to those affected with my inaccuracy of the scores.
Isn't Joel Ward
He's an assistant coach.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, I look forward to him getting up there and being a head coach. That'd be awesome. And heck, I look forward to seeing him playing at the Legends game next month at the.
Yeah, is anyone going? Anyone here? We're so lucky.
Yeah, I say you should fly out really quick because the next night is Patty's night and
Ooh,
That should be an interesting one, man. Don't lay an egg like this on Patrick Marleau's night. Holy
I know,
crap!
right?
So
Like, I know teams can be a little slow to get started after some of those ceremonies, but it's a shame because yeah, and like that terrible game after the Doug Wilson night, like, maybe take a moment to look up to those Shark legends who, have done the thing, made it work, you know, gave their all to this team, and maybe take that as some kind of inspiration.
yeah,
Um, Best I can ask for.
right. I can
Don't
only,
embarrass them.
dear
Jesus.
God, yeah, no, please don't embarrass them, please, please, please. Oh God. All right. Well, with that, I think it is best to wrap it up before I completely lose my mind. In case you missed
I
anything,
can go get the cat.
you go get Margie while I do
I
this.
will. I'm on it.
In case you missed anything, where do you want to watch this again? And surely, I'm sure you don't want to watch the game again. Check us out on tealtownusa.com or wherever you get your podcasts. You can see them all below, whether it's Apple, Google, SoundCloud, Spotify, TuneIn, iHeart, Odyssey. If you're hitting the YouTube, please hit that like, subscribe, and bell button. That bell will let you know when we go on the air to have another lead blown. Dear God. Um, yeah, jeez.
He's
Yeah,
not happy with me.
and if you're watching the replay, please hit us up in the comments section below as to, hey, what the hell the Sharks can do next. Uh-oh. And Margie's gone. Margie's
No,
like,
she was grumbling at me.
so she's as grumpy as I am. Oh my
I
gosh.
know.
Um,
Yeah.
Dana, I thank you for keeping me tame through this. I'm just beside myself because I knew it was going to be a hard season, but I didn't think it was going to be Cow Palace bad.
It could have been fun bad. It didn't have to go like this. Didn't have to be sad bad.
No.
You know? We could have been like bad the way that I was gonna say the Ducks. I feel like they were more fun bad last year. Now they're more just kind of sad bad. Who's the fun bad team this year?
I guess the Ducks, hey, they beat the defending Cup champs last night.
Good on them. I mean, I think everyone beats Colorado these days. They're not doing so hot.
It's like all I say is yes. Come on, Anaheim, keep it going, keep it freaking going.
Mm-hmm.
The Sharks are 4 points ahead of them right now, so they're within pace, folks.
I know.
Yeah, just ridiculous here. So for Margie, the cat,
No, don't chew on that.
Dana Meyerson, you can follow. Oh boy, yeah, that's
That's her Ingy noise.
yeah.
It's like,
In Chicago, keep rolling, dude. What were they like 6 and? What were they in their last 10? It's just ridiculous amount of craziness going on for Chicago there. So good on them.
I don't know that you can call Chicago fun bad this season either, because they've also just kind of been drowned in outside the hockey stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get back to you. I will research and find a fun bad team for us to look up to. Detroit.
Fun bad. Yeah, and they looking like they're on their way, slowly to be on their way back. So, for Dana, I'm Erik. You can follow me at PuckGuy14 on the Twitter and the Instagram. Dear Lord, God, we'll be back with you tomorrow. Hey, and they're playing Pittsburgh. Oh, that screams overtime loss already. Following Pittsburgh and the Sharks, that's a 4 p.m. Pacific time start. Right, that's their last game before the All-Star break. Man, oh man. So, for myself and Dana, thanks for watching. And until next time, keep it real, keep it teal, like Dana's, eye makeup going on, awesomeness, and keep it real teal. Thank you for watching, everyone. We will see you tomorrow following Sharks and Penguins. Oh, Lordy, help us all. Good night.